But
Joel, you tell me, have you ever been on a pitch with a founder who had a deck, put the deck on the screen, and talked for 20 minutes?
oh, 100%. I could tell you one in particular. I got to tell this story. This one you just reminded me of. I was doing a presentation for a large tech customer in California, and I managed to get all the VPs in the room because I've known the SVP in the company. I won't name any names. That company doesn't exist, by the way, anymore. And my boss said, at the time, the VP that I was working with, I said, "Hey, I'm going to California. I got to do this presentation." I was on the other side of the country in New Brunswick, in Canada. But most people in cold New Brunswick would like to go to California. So he said, "I want to go with you." I said, "Okay." And 2 weeks worked on a deck, etc. I don't know. I mean, for me, I'm just going in to have a conversation with these guys. He ended up showing up with a 120 slide deck, and I'll never forget that. And every time, and he started the presentation, and we had like an hour and a half with these guys. And every 15 minutes, my contact will ask him, we'll look at him, we'll ask him, "So can I get to the bottom of this? Like, what are you?" And the answer was from the presenter at the time, which is my boss: "Hang on, the message is still coming. The answer to your question is coming." 60, 70 minutes later, the guy just stopped him and said, hey, Robin," he looked at me, not him. He said, "What's this about?" I gave him the answer like in 5 seconds. That was the answer. He said, "Okay, you continue on with your presentation. I got my answer."
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. People come in and they have this message. I'm going to share this message. I'm going to share this slide deck, come hell or high water.
Is that because we crave the podium? People like to hear
No,
themselves talk.
I
Like,
don't think that that's the case. I think that people don't understand how to have a conversation anymore. They don't understand how to connect with people. All they know how to do, and I don't want to blame people or make them seem bad. We're not taught this. We're not taught that good communication is listening to what the other person needs to hear and meeting them where they are. We're taught selling is telling about my product, what do I do, why it's so great. Well, but you might not even need it, right? You might be somebody who doesn't need to communicate, and therefore it's completely irrelevant to you that I'm doing what I'm doing. But if I get out there and give you my pitch, I've wasted half an hour of your life. So I don't know that it's malice. I think it's just they don't know.
they don't know, right?
No one's ever told
It's
them.
crazy. It's crazy. I mean, to some people, communication is an easy thing, I guess, like everything else, right? And to some other people, like I know, it becomes difficult for them. Like it is truly difficult, because I really do, and it happens in every profession, not just necessarily being a communicator, which now it's required by everybody. It's funny because a lot of people say, "Well, I'm a programmer. I don't need to talk to people." Eventually, you have to talk to people, or I'm an algorithm writer, or whatever. I'm a translator, whatever. I don't talk to people. Well, hang on a second now. That world is gone, and eventually you have to talk to people. So that part of "I don't need to talk to people, so therefore I chose a profession where I don't have to talk to people," that's gone. Everybody now needs to talk to somebody. And hiding behind texting and WhatsApp and all the other messaging apps, sometimes guess what? You have to listen to somebody's voice on the other side
Well,
and
so
engage with it.
the thing about messaging and even this type of contact that we're having now, I call that 2D communication, right? Because you
Well,
anything
absolutely it
on
is.
yeah, it's two dimensional, right? You don't smell the person and look at them in the eyes and shake their hand and feel them. There's no touch involved. We're very tactile creatures, right? We've grown up that way in very small tribes where we could get close to people. And you can meet somebody and give them a clap on the back and say, "Hey, it's great to meet you," and you really form a rapport very quickly. Whereas over Zoom or worse, text message, LinkedIn DMs, you're just pixels on a screen. So it becomes increasingly difficult to communicate the more layers of signal you take away.